Good morning. Today we're going to look at the artist Vincent Van Gogh. I know you probably all have heard his name. I know you've heard it in my classroom. But this is an impressionistic artist, and we're going to talk about Impressionism, and I'm going to show you some different pieces that Van Gogh, but something that I want you to think about as you learn about Van Gogh is I want you to be thinking and looking for ways that Van Gogh shows movement. So artists show movement, and so I think there are going to be three different things that I want you to focus on, and let me see if you can find them. And how can you show movement in your artwork? Let's figure this out together. All right, so this is Van Gogh, and this is one of his pieces. I'm going to turn this book. I have several books to show you. Here is a piece. This is by Van Gogh, and what he started doing is just signing his last name, Vincent. All right, so everybody knew who Vincent was. And this piece is very famous. This is the sunflowers, all right? And it's called Vase with Sunflowers. He created that in 1888, and this was done with oil paint. Can you see all the different brush strokes? Isn't that beautiful? Oh, here's another piece by Van Gogh, and I want you to be looking at this because this is one that shows movement. Do you see the birds? And do you see the path on the road? I think that what the artist did was by using paint to show movement. All right, so he used blue, yellow, green, brown, black, looks like burnt sienna, lots of different colors. So be thinking of the answer. I'm not going to give it quite yet. All right, so I'm going to close that book. That was Vincent Van Gogh. Here's another book. Oh, this is a good one. And I've saved some of the tabs. Ah, these are some of Vincent's early drawings when he went to art school. And these he did with just charcoal on a lot of them, and that's like your pencils, but it's really dark. But how did he show movement? He showed people walking. So are they static, meaning are they standing like this where they're very still? Or how did he make them look like they were moving? So you have to draw the figures walking. So that would be motion. So I'm going to write that down. How do artists show movement? First one, they have to show motion. So, people walking. Good job. All right, here's this next book I want to look at. Up there is a self-portrait of Vincent Van Gogh. He had a red beard and red hair. But look at the background behind that painting. Looks like it's swirling, doesn't it? It reminds me of one of his very famous pieces. I bet you're thinking of this one. You got it, the Starry Night. This was done in 1889, and this is probably one of his best known paintings, all right? And this was done on a day that he painted from memory, all right? So this was a feeling that he wanted to put into the painting. So you know how last week we were talking about Expressionism and how artists will show how they're feeling? Well, Vincent Van Gogh did that too, but he also really wanted to show movement. All right, so he showed movement by, look at all these lines in the sky. There's dark lines and light lines, and they're swirling. It makes you feel like the sky, the wind is blowing. Can you feel it? All right, so he showed movement in the sky by doing lines. Now these lines had highlights and shadows. All right, so artists show movement by motion and lines. Does this make you feel happy or sad? I really like it. I'd love to go to that village and see where he had that experience and saw that scenery. It's so cool. All right, so this last piece I want to show you, this was one that we studied in class at the beginning of the year. And this is one of the chairs that was in Vincent's bedroom. All right, so I'm not sure that this really shows motion at all. Actually, it doesn't. This is very static. So the chair is placed there, but I'm showing you because I want you to look at this. Do you see how much paint he put on his paintings? And he did something with his paintings quite often, and he used repetition. And that's the last thing that I want you to think about. Repetition. You know, in the starry night in the sky, how, I'm about to spell repetition wrong, how he repeated those lines over and over to show the swirling sky. Repetition. That's what you have to do, boys and girls. Motion, lines, and repetition. All right, so I'm going to read a book to you. Let me take a sip of my coffee since we're doing a coffee chat and my voice is getting dry. Next week, I want you to be able to have scissors and construction paper because we're going to be talking about another artist that was on the tail end of Impressionism, and his name is Henri Matisse. All right, so we'll be talking about him. Now I want to share this book with you. I know a lot of you are at home and you're probably playing games with your parents and your siblings. This book is a fun book, and this artist is also the author. Her name is Jamie Harper, and she used watercolor paint. And for this week's lesson, you can use paint, pencil, whatever you have, crayons. But what I want you to do is show movement. So in this story today, I want you to be looking at how Jamie Harper, the illustrator for this book, showed movement. So here we are, right on the title, right on the front cover. Don't grown-ups ever have fun? Showing movement. Look at how this is moving. Look at this little girl flipped upside down and his arm up. So we can see them actually moving with their body, just like Van Gogh showed motion. Look at her. She looks like she's doing a backflip over the sofa. Oh, I hope you're not doing that and driving your parents crazy. Don't do that. So I'm going to open up. Here we go, the front cover. Oh, look at that splash, showing movement. How fun. Would you believe it? Mom and Dad are still in bed. We don't waste time sleeping when there's a zillion things to do. Look at this, pulling her hair. That's definitely showing movement. As soon as they get up, it's rush, rush, rush. Actually, we like to take it easy. Poor Mom and Dad. Why can't they be like us? Take Dad. He's so fussy. He wears the same clothes to work every day. We don't. We're always changing outfits. This would look great on Dad. Look at that outfit. Again, do you see the motion? How their artist, how she had to draw their bodies and move them? Plus, he makes us watch boring TV. We like shows you can see again and again. How many of you watch the same Disney movies over and over? I know you do. Even his office is boring, all black and white. Honestly. Dad's not the only fussy one. Mom's picky about her stuff too. All the time it's, please don't touch. Come on, Mom, let's share. Uh-oh. Looks like they took stuff out of Mom's purse. That's not a good idea. I've got it. I'm fine. Go play. She won't let us ever help her, even though we're perfectly willing. Oh my, look at this illustration she did. All the toilet paper. Oh heavens, I hope you're not wasting toilet paper like that, boys and girls, because it's hard to find. Look at the motion that she showed. It transitions from the baby to the moms all wrapped up in it, to the brother and the sister. No wonder she says she needs to get away. I can relate. Oh, look at that. She's doing a mud mask. How funny. Mom's spa. Silly Mom. We can take care of her. Take care of her right here at home. And that's exactly what you should be doing, boys and girls. Taking care of each other. Make sure for Mother's Day you do something special. Now look at them. Cleaning up's their favorite thing to do. Uh-oh, I hope you get out there and help Mom and Dad in the yard instead of watching, but look at them. Why does it all have to be so perfect? I love this illustration, friends. Look how the leaves are in the foreground. They're actually up high in the sky, and then down far the leaves get smaller. That's a great way to show movement. Oh no, not our playroom too. There, much better. Uh-oh, they already messed it up. Don't grown-ups ever have fun? Nope. I'll give you a hint. They were your age a long time ago, and I bet they like to do the same things you do. Mom and Dad should be more like us. Would you believe it? There they are. They're having fun. Well, I guess they used to be kids once too. See, I told you. That's a great book. Remind us of that. I hope you enjoyed it. So this week, you'll find some more information about Impressionism, and I'm going to actually show you one of my paintings that's in my house that I got from my grandparents. They actually purchased it over in France a long, long time ago, and it's an actual Impressionism painting. I'll show it to you now.